What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch unboxing. Today we are taking a look at Feynman. Feynman are a micro brand that are located in Singapore. They sent me this, the Feynman One, in for review, and they sent me the Eclipse color. So this is an outer, little bit of a carrying case. It's a green leather. It says Feynman in the inside here in leather as well. And then, of course, you have the watch. This is a watch that's been going around to a few different reviewers, I believe, so it does not have any of the paperwork that comes with the watch. However, here is the watch. This is the Eclipse, and that is their blue dial version. This has a bluish gray lizard strap, blue dial with some black on the inner ring there, with some texturing. I'll do some close-ups of this dial. The dial is really nice on this watch. So the dial itself, and like I said, I'll do some close-up. It has like a honeycomb in the middle. That is black, and it looks like something that is either printed or textured that way. Looks very nice. And then there is a very different second hand on the watch. The second hand itself looks like almost like a horn a little bit. And there is a seconds track that is in silver. There is a raised minute track. At the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, the 12 and 6 o'clock indices are colored in blue. And then at around 4 o'clock, where the crown between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock is a little plaque that says Feynman on it. And of course, you have the crown at 4 o'clock. This is a hand wound watch. So they went with a hand wound movement in this dress watch, which I think is a really cool idea. I think it's a very different thing, not something that a lot of micro brands are doing. This is the 7001 ETA movement. It is a top grade, so you have a lot of decoration on here, beveled edges and blued screws. Really a beautiful movement. And also, the back itself is sapphire, and the sapphire crystal goes further than where the movement is and actually covers some of the stainless steel area. Underneath there, it says Swiss movement and Feynman One YK06. That is the model number. Just a really great idea, actually. I think it looks good. There's screws that are holding in the case back, and then screws that are holding in the glass, actually, which looks great. It just really does look very good. The watch comes in at 39 millimeters, just under 40 millimeters is what I measured. 47 millimeters lug to lug, just under 47 millimeters, closer to 46. And about 13 millimeters thick. I measured just under 13 millimeters with a 20 millimeter lug width. Another detail that I really like about the watch is the coined edge. The coined edge on the sides of the case, really sort of Breguet-esque. I really like that. Again, I don't think this watch borrows from very many other watches. You can see it definitely has a very original look to it. Something that you either are going to love or you're going to hate. And in my opinion, I really like it, actually. I like the way that the lugs are very angular and turned down, so it fits very nicely on the wrist. And really quick, I'll throw it on my wrist. Today I am wearing my Vacheron Overseas. I threw it on the rubber strap because here in New York it is actually getting warm finally, so we can go outside a little bit. Even though COVID-19 is still around, we have to be careful, but you know, that's the way it is. So yep, Vacheron World Timer, love that watch. So here is the Feynman on my wrist. The Feynman actually comes with a really nice, very solid milled buckle. It is a tang. It's beautiful. This strap is very, very nice. There is very minimal stitching on the strap, which I like. It's not padded. It's just a solid piece of leather, leather-backed, beautiful strap. The sapphire crystal on the front, much like the back, is also beveled. Looks really good. It's a beveled edge, sort of looks like a boxed sapphire crystal, but it's a little bit more beveled. It looks really good. The thickness, it is a little bit thicker than most dress watches, but I guess that is forgivable because there's a good amount of depth to that dial, and I think it's also a little bit thicker because of the case back, because of that extra sapphire that they put on the back. You can see it actually is beveled and it looks a little bit thicker, which is, I guess, nice. And then you have a signed crown, of course. So like I said, it is hand wound. And there are a lot of details on the dial. In the middle of the dial, right on top of the hour hand and minute hand there is a blued steel cap, which is very different and one of the first watches that I've seen with something like that. And then, of course, like I mentioned, the buckle. The buckle is really nice on this watch. It is, of course, signed Feynman there. And it is a solid piece of stainless steel, very nicely made. Now, like I mentioned, this is a micro brand from Singapore. They are coming out with a dive watch. That is the Cove. The Cove has a very similar dial to this, and it does have a diver's case. So I believe it will come on a rubber strap, and I'll throw some pictures up if I have them. Very interesting dials on these watches. Like I said, this has a very layered dial. This is sunburst here in that bluish color. In some lights it comes off dark, some lights it comes off as a lighter blue. But in general, it looks really, really nice. The hands are stainless steel, very clean sword hands on this. In general, just a really clean, very simple design, but really elegant design. I really... very special, very different at the same time. So they've really pulled off something that's very hard, and that is doing something quite original. But like I said, the dive watch is really what attracted me to the brand in the first place, of course, because I love dive watches. But they said, hey, we're going to send you this watch because we have it ready, and we'll send you the Cove when that is ready for review. So they said that they will send me the Cove when it's all set. So we will get that here on the channel as well. That Cove will have an ETA movement as well. I believe that will be a 2824, but I have to double check that. Again, this watch, the price on these watches are, I think it was 1,388 Singapore dollars. That turns into about 970 US dollars. The Cove is coming in a little bit cheaper. That will be in the mid 700s in US dollars. So that's about $1,100, just under $1,100 in Singapore dollars. Again, a lot of great brands coming out of Singapore, a lot of good manufacturing, and a lot of really cool watches, a lot of great designs. So this is a very different design, just a very cool watch in general. Definitely recommend checking out their website. I will put a link to their website in the description below. And I'll throw it on my wrist one more time so you can see. Just, it does fit. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. I think it fits really nicely on my wrist. It does wear a little bit thick, like I said, and that is because of the sapphire crystal in the front, which sits a little bit high, and then there is a sapphire crystal in the back, which sits high, which is kind of different and a very different way of constructing a watch. That back is pretty interesting, and I'll do some close-ups of the movement and that back so you guys can get a very good view of what that looks like. Very different, very, very, very cool in my opinion. Anyway, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. It is super helpful and very important for the channel. Please also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. Also, I have some links in the description below. If you click on those links, they are to Amazon. If you click on those links and you buy one of those watches, or anything for that matter, it does not cost you anything extra, and it does help support the channel, so I do very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I will catch you guys in the next video. I'll be wearing this watch over the next 2 weeks. Please add some comments below. Tell me what you think of this design. Of course, it is a little bit different, and a lot of times that is hard to do. So I definitely tip my hat off to this brand. It's very tough to make an original design and make it well, and I think they did that here. But tell me what you think. I think this is pretty cool. Add a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.